Did you know Balto the dog, the four-legged hero who helped deliver the diphtheria serum to Nome, was not the first to make an epic medicine run in Alaska? One of Anchorage's most respected doctors took on a similar task 4 years earlier. The year 1921, Alaska Railroad doctor John Beeson gets word that the banker in Iditarod is near death's door. Beeson does not hesitate to attempt a rescue, but would need some help along the way. Laurel Downing Bill, author of Aunt Phil's Trunk Alaskan History series, joins us this morning for some story time with Aunt Phil. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the race is on to save banker Claude Baker in Iditarod. What is the first step taken to help him?
Well, upon hearing of his dilemma, the managers of the Northern Commercial Company stores in Tanana, Ruby, and Iditarod organized relay teams to be set up along the trail to help the doctor on his mission.
So while dog teams are prepped, Beeson hops a train for the first leg of his journey?
That's right. Early in the morning, January 24th, 1921, Dr. Beeson hopped on a train in Anchorage and headed toward Iditarod, along with musher Bill Corey and his winning team of dogs, which included setters and 6 malamutes. They rode to the end of steel near Broad Pass. Now, they had railroad crews along the way laying aside the switching gear to help this train of mercy on its way.
And by end of steel, we mean the end of the line for the railroad tracks.
That's right. When they reached the end of the tracks that had been laid from Anchorage at that time, then Dr. Beeson and Mr. Corey hitched up the team of dogs and raced 54 miles to Healy, where a locomotive and a caboose were waiting for them. So they got on and they headed off and got into Tanana. Oh gosh, it was like 11 o'clock at night. Then Dr. Beeson got into a sled driven by the scurvy kid, and they were racing down the trail heading north.
So smooth sailing up to this point, but it wouldn't be a true Alaskan tale without some adversity.
Oh, that is so true, and it only took a few miles where the kid misjudged a curve and went crashing. So Dr. Beeson had to dig the kid out of the snow, get him into the sled, and then jump on the runners himself and head out. So Dr. Beeson's first ever mushing experience took him 23 miles to Bachelor Cabin, where the kid remained, and Beeson got into a sled driven by Indian William Jimmy, who took him about 58 more miles down the trail.
So he continued on his way, and at this point, Beeson is almost there.
Yeah, he hooked up with a few more mushers, but 130 hours after getting off the train in Tanana, he was by the bedside of Claude Baker. Now, that incredible 512-mile adventure in 20 degree below zero temperatures got him there in time to save the banker's life, and he recommended that Claude Baker receive plenty of bed rest, and then maybe a change of climate would restore him to normal health.
Yes. Well, it was a good trip because he saved his life, but now the poor guy, he has to find his way back to Anchorage. So how long did that take?
14 days to get back to the railroad. He went through the Rainy Pass Trail with Charlie Brink, and then eventually hooked up with mushing legend Leonard Seppala. And then Seppala brought him all the way back into Anchorage, thus completing the first ever relay drive in Alaska.
All right, good to know. Laurel, thank you so much this morning. And just a quick programming note, Laurel, you're going to be we're going to be without you until May.
That's right. I've got 4 little grandsons down in California, and our kids are begging us to come down and get to know their sons. So we'll be gone for a few months.
All right, we'll miss you here at Daybreak, but we'll see you back here in May.